They call me the rut tester. What's up, my dudes? I'm just chilling on the bone stock ATV. Don't worry about me. Didn't have enough money to buy any performance parts, so yeah, we'll see if we can turn this into a bit of a race here, but wanted to get on here on the ATVs and see what the terrain deformation road, whatever you want to call it, actually does in this game. So this is my second race ever on a four-wheeler in this game, quad, whatever you want to call it. I always get really confused when people call four-wheelers quads, but like when you're talking about motocross, a quad is actually a rim section, you know, 4 jumps in a row. I always get confused on that. It's like, damn it. Like, yeah, you might be saying quad, but it's like, God, I'm thinking about like 4 jumps in a row, dude. Quad ski, bro. So we'll see what this does. 20 laps on the four-wheelers. Now, obviously, this is going to be a completely different situation than the dirt bikes because you've got basically twice the amount of wheels, cool whip. You basically got twice the amount of wheels riding on the dirt here, rutting it up here. So I think you're just going to have that blowed out mess like you usually have on your local tracks when four-wheelers come up and completely jack up the track when you're trying to ride your dirt bike on it. A lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. No hate to you quad boys out there. No hate. Just saying. We like our ruts. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like four-wheelers, quads, ATVs, they should be on their own track, and then dirt bikes should be on their own track. I can't stand local tracks that allow both to be on the same track, especially at the same time. Right? Like, that's pretty ridiculous, but also just like totally messes up the ruts for the dirt bikes. So yeah, I mean, it's like kind of one of those things where I don't know, I just feel like they should be on different. You should never ever have both of them racing on the same track at one time. You know, you should have like totally prepped, different prepped, somebody going out there with a dozer and stuff. If you are going to race them on the same exact track, you better have that puppy totally prepped up before you let the dirt bikes on it, or have it totally prepped up before the four-wheelers get on it. You know, it just does not work having 4 wheels rutting stuff up versus 1 wheel rutting stuff up. It's just not even the same thing. And you can see that right here. I mean, this is like basically just making a, like, I don't know, it's making like some big, just completely wore down berm in these corners. This is not making ruts at all. So makes it totally different. Thought it was kind of cool that I got on this one outdoor supercross track that they have in the game. Kind of gives you that local vibe, like four-wheeler on a kind of motocross style track that you would see in real life. So yeah, we're already on lap 7 here. The four-wheelers are definitely interesting in this game on how you actually ride them. It's kind of, I haven't really figured it out quite yet. It's kind of like you're not doing nowhere near as much leaning on the four-wheeler as you do the dirt bike, which is pretty realistic because obviously you have 4 wheels on this puppy. But yeah, so you can see the difference here on what we're getting with these ruts. I don't even think you'd call this a rut. This is just like a trimmer trench or some shit. Well, it'd be cool if I could actually catch up to the pack here. That'd be sick. Yeah, this four-wheeler, I've got like no experience on it at all. I'm having some trouble getting the speed out of these corners. So, yeah, already nearly halfway through this thing, man. Dang, that felt like, oh, these laps are going a lot quicker because the race track is a little bit shorter than the normal supercross track. So I may be able to stay on here for every single lap. You guys know how I like to talk through these videos, man. I love when people comment something like, Spencer, did you really have to drag this video out for 20 minutes? Like, what's going on, man? Every single one of your videos is like 30 minutes long. It's like, do you know Spencer Turley? This must be your first Spencer Turley video you've ever seen before, because this is what I've been doing since day one, dog. Like, I talk. That's what it's all about. That's what YouTube's all about. I talk, man. I drag shit out. Like, that's what it is. If you don't like it, don't watch the videos. You know, you can click off the video halfway through the video if you want to. It ain't like I'm sitting there got you chained down to a chair saying you got to watch every single second of every single one of my videos. It's like, when you say that why did my video have to be this long? Like, that doesn't bother me. I know you think it does. Like it's like pissing me off or something, but it doesn't. Like, I would have made that video that long, whether or not you said that or not. And I'll continue to make videos as long as I want to make them. I'll make a video 3 hours long if I want to. This is my channel, homie. I'm going to do it how I want to do it. So, just telling you. I know you think you're persuading me and shit, but it's not happening, dog. So, yeah. As you can see, the whole entire track is basically the terrain deformation look now. Am I about to get lapped in this motherfucker? I think I am. Yeah, this is more like a arena cross track in this game. Definitely. Now, the actual technical arena cross tracks on the campaign part of this game, those tracks are super easy. They're like nothing like an actual arena cross track. I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm really glad the actual supercross tracks felt more like a supercross track. It had me super worried there at the beginning whenever I first got into that little arena cross race there. Oh boy, coming up short. Okay, let's see. I need to just be on the gas a little bit more. I've got that like dirt bike mindset where I feel like I'm just going to fall over, but I'm actually not. And I don't realize that. Okay. So, okay, I'm getting lapped, I think. Yeah. I think I am. Well, let's be a little shitty lapper. How about it? Oh! Now, I do not consent to being a shitty lapper at all or advise you guys to be a shitty lapper. That's not what this is about. We're just playing around. This is AI. Don't hate. Like, there's nothing I hate more than a shitty lapper in real life, right? Real life riding or MX Simulator or any kind of race where you're racing like multiplayer, but when it's just AI, who cares? Nobody cares. So, yeah, man. Just a little comical, a little throwback to a lot of the times lapper is just kind of a like general funny thing about racing, you know, because they're always like that. Seems like they're always in your way. They're always fucking crossing around the track and you can't hardly get around them. So, yeah, dog. But there is that weird like group of people that think that it's just okay to be a shitty lapper. That's what I was trying to say. Like, I'm not condoning that whatsoever. I'm doing this as a joke here, right? Don't get my words twisted. But there really is some people out there that just, they don't care. Like, they don't care when they're being lapped. It doesn't matter to them at all. And that's the whole trope of it, you know? So yeah, dude, lap 16. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it makes the faces a little smaller, I suppose, but oh god. Okay. Got a damn wheel track on my head. Oh, where is 12th place? Dude, he is lagging behind real bad here. Damn, we're about already done with the race. Whoa. Yeah, so that's kind of weird how it does that on the whoops where it will kind of wear them down, but there's still like that base of the whoop there. Like, you're basically still hitting. I don't think it would ever wear it down to the point where the whoops are just totally flat. Like, I don't think it would do that. And it's not really affecting this track to the point where you can't hit a certain jump. And mind you, this track is pretty easy as far as like a rhythm section kind of sense, but man, I wish they would have put more of these outdoor supercross tracks in the game. That would have been cool to see, like a snow vibe outdoor track or whatever, tropical outdoor supercross track. Be something they could add in some DLC or something like that. But yeah, not much to say about what the ruts are doing here, man. Just I mean, what you're seeing is what you're getting. It's not really making anything like interesting or something I didn't expect. It's just kind of just wearing the track down, man. That's all it's doing. It's not making like, you know, little four-wheel ruts, or it's not really doing that. You're just riding on a really, really smooth surface, smoother than the original surface, but you're basically still hitting everything the exact same. Hasn't really changed anything. Might make the track a little bit more one-lined like this because you just don't want to get out of that like super main worn down area, but other than that, yeah, it just really hasn't done a whole lot here, dude. Not much you can say when it hasn't done a whole lot. Well, that's the end of the race. I kind of used that last lap right there to get a thumbnail, so I apologize for that. But yeah, I mean, as you guys could see there, it didn't really do a whole lot. Just kind of wore the track down in the spot everyone was riding in, but didn't really make it any more difficult to any extent. Just kind of, I mean, I guess you could say it somewhat lowered the track down in that area, but not like a crazy amount or anything. So either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.